Follow me in the kitchen while I make this delicious cheddar jalapeno pepperoni sourdough bread. Let's get into the recipe. Alright, so we're going to start with adding our starter to a clean bowl, and we're going to follow that up with some warm water. We're going to also add some sugar here. I find that I like a balanced tasting bread with sugar and salt. So I like to add a little sugar, and there I added my flour, salt, and some grated garlic just for the flavor. We're going to mix this into a shaggy dough. Once the dough is formed, I like to go in with my hands and knead it around just to clean up the bowl a little bit. We're going to cover this and allow it to sit in a nice warm place for about 1 hour. After an hour, we're going to go in and do our first set of stretch and folds. So we're going to stretch and fold it, doing like quarter folds, like 4 to 5 times or so. And we're going to cover it and put it back into the warm place and let it sit for 30 minutes before we do our second stretch and fold. Now we're going to do the second stretch and fold. As you can see, the dough is starting to change the texture already. So we're going to do that again, and we're going to place it into the warm place and let it sit for another 30 minutes. So this is a third stretch and fold, and this is where I stop and allow my dough to double in size or bulk ferment. So after this one, I like to cover it, place it in a nice warm place again, and let it sit there for about 3 to 4 hours or so. Once it's in a warm place, the process will speed up. But if you leave it in a cold place, it will take longer. So yeah, we're gonna allow this to double in size, and then I'll show you guys the next step. After about 3 hours, I think that my dough is ready. It has the bubbles at the top, it's jiggly, it also has the bubbles at the bottom, and now we can go ahead and shape our dough and add our inclusions. So I did add a little water on my counter just so I can spread the dough out. This is the part where I don't want to add flour because it's going to be hard for the, the cheese and stuff to stick to the dough. So we're going to go in with some cheddar cheese, and then we're going to add a little bit of jalapeños for that spicy kick, and then we're going to add some pepperonis. And yeah, once it's added, we're going to fold the dough up and we're going to add another set. And you'll see what I'm doing here, and you can just follow along with this process. So once all the inclusions are added, you just want to shape the dough into a nice round ball. And this is where I'm not going to do too much because it's a lot of stuff inside of the dough and you don't want to tear the dough. So here's where I'll add some flour just to make it easier to shape. And yeah, we'll shape it into a ball and place it into our floured banneton. And you want to make sure you flour your banneton really well so that the dough doesn't stick to it when you're removing it. So we're going to add a generous amount of flour there, and we're going to cover this and place it in the refrigerator overnight. I like to use this shower cap to cover it because, you know, it's durable and I can reuse it a lot of times. And yeah, just place it in the fridge, and tomorrow I'll show you guys the next step. So fast forward to the next day, I took my dough out of the refrigerator and I'm gonna add some parchment paper there, remove it, place it onto my silicone sling, and I'm gonna go ahead and score the dough just a little bit. I won't be doing too much because as you can see, the dough is already thin and you can see all the inclusions at the top there. So I'm gonna just do a little cute design at the side, and then I'll place one big score in the middle just so the air can escape. And at this point, I already have my Dutch oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Actually, sorry, 450 degrees Fahrenheit. And we'll cook this for 30 minutes covered. And this is how it looks after 30 minutes. We will now lower the heat to 400 and continue cooking it for 20 minutes. And this is how it looks once it's done. We're going to let this cool for about an hour or two before we slice into it. You never want to cut it when it's hot. And now for the good part, let's just see what it looks like on the inside. It is perfect. Remember that this is not going to look super fluffy because of all of the cheese and stuff we added to it. So it's going to be a little bit denser, but this was amazing. When I tell you it tastes delicious, the best sourdough tasting bread I ever tried. It was so good. Give the recipe a try if you guys are interested, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Thank you for watching and enjoy.